Void Spirit coming out to open this one up.
Yep, NaVi versus Bait, they had a series that they played, well, not so recently. The last match, the last series they faced each other was, I believe, on the Mad Moon event. And it's one of those series in which Bait looked like they have what it takes. It looked like they could take a couple of games, couple of series, perhaps even in the tournament. However, ever since then, they didn't manage to do so. They've been very lackluster, and we'll see if they manage to improve in this league.
So they should have been good. They weren't good.
Yeah, they looked like... maybe it's some passion coming from Dandy as well, playing against his former team or whatnot, but people...
I mean, that doesn't explain all the other games,
a lot from Bait, really.
Yeah.
Like, they're always the underdogs at the moment. They really haven't shown a lot in the last month.
Does it feel like the underdog you want to get behind, though, right? Because sometimes we see that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone loves them. They're super nice guys. Like, everyone likes Dandy. They're really good people, but in Dota so far, they haven't really succeeded in this iteration, in this squad.
Is there anything that stood out to you that you think that they need to fix with the way they're playing? Anything clear? Like maybe, is it to do with the synergy between the players or the picks?
I've never seen Dandy just pop off, right? If you have a type of player that has been known throughout the Dota scene that actually destroys someone in the lane and then snowballs and is really good mechanically, I think that you need to utilize it in some way. If you're not utilizing that, what are you left with? Dandy, he doesn't have some of the traits that the new players have or something like that. You need to play to his strengths. So I feel like, I don't know if that can be...
Are you saying they should remove LeBron and put Dandy on 5?
No, not remove
I mean,
LeBron.
that's where they seem to make the spicy choices, right? Remember they done Razor support, for example?
Yeah. They definitely do have a lot of weird flex picks that don't necessarily always work out for them, such as Razor on position 5 that they picked, I believe, versus someone as strong as Nigma, and they just got crushed. I think
LeBron sometimes has these crazy ideas of how he wants to play, and he pushes them really hard, and then after a few competitive matches, he then says, okay, this is definitely not working, let's move on.
I don't think that's bad, though, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Having these crazy ideas, having a belief in what you want to draft, that's very important. But sometimes it just doesn't work. If your ideas are wrong, then it's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's the difference between trying to find your own style, right? Like you can look at the best team in the world and try and copy exactly what they're doing. But I think what makes Dota so beautiful as an esports scene is these teams, we all have different ideas we chase, right? And look at OG, right, with IO in TI9. No one could have seen that coming.
If you're trying to copy someone, it's not going to be as good as the original,
exactly.
Right? So you're not going to be better than them. If you want to be the best, you need to have your own ideas. Here,
so far here, their idea looks pretty solid. They have the opening of Shadow Demon and Centaur. That's pretty good on the offlane. Your position 4 and position 3 synergize very well together. Then you have an Oracle to pick up the pace and perhaps open up possibilities for some heroes such as Huskar, you know, in the next stage, or a Troll. It's also pretty good. Now, you said that Dandy doesn't pop off. I don't think their problem is popping off. It's about just having the strategy in the mid game, because Dandy had some very sick games in the recent tournaments. Let's say on his TA, he would have a good score, he would do well in the laning stage, but later on they just wouldn't move properly across the map. It's like there's no backbone to the team.
I think he recently, in the WeSave event, he had a very good laner performance, and that was the feeling, right? Like they slayed their lanes, and then it was like, so what's next? And it's almost like they didn't plot that far ahead.
And that's the weirdest thing, because they have experience within them. There's Dandy, if no one else. LeBron also is pretty experienced, so they should have some idea, some strategy behind, some greater strategy behind them. But so far in their series, it didn't look that way, because even the games that they were winning, let's say versus NaVi, one of the games that they lost versus NaVi in previous series, they were actually leading and they contained a higher score of kills. They constantly were winning, but when you're playing versus win condition that's stronger than yours, that doesn't necessarily mean much.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about NaVi, because their side of the draft, how is this now looking? They picked up the Troll Warlord. You've got the Oracle on the other side though, so that's not an option in this game.
I really don't like the Troll pick against the Oracle ever. I already covered it in the last series. If Troll uses his ulti and you use your ulti on that target, the Troll is not gonna lifesteal because he's not doing any damage at that point, which is actually gonna hurt him quite a lot. And if he doesn't have a BKB, you can always use Fate's Edict on him. So to me, Troll, he gets a BKB, okay, that's fine, but you're still not gonna lifesteal. So I really like the Oracle against it, and even so, I like the Oracle pick. It would be great here for NaVi to pick it up against the Centaur as well in the lane. So I feel like that's a really good deny pick, and we see that NaVi even wants to play the Troll, so that would be an awesome hero for them. I really like how Bait actually approached this draft and how they maybe read what NaVi wanted to do and countered them pretty well for me.
Yeah, but didn't Navi pick the Troll because Bait has the Oracle? Isn't that why it went? And it's also a strong laner versus the Centaur, right? That could also be the... I mean, it's... But I definitely do agree that Oracle just counters him overall, right?
Yeah.
So you find yourself in this situation in which you're not sure. Do I want to let them have the combo, or do I want to have a piece of that combo, but necessarily not the stronger piece?
Yeah,
right?
the weaker piece probably.
And, well, speaking of things to combo, they got themselves a pretty bulky front line on the side of Bait, and one of the most popular picks being that Bristleback. But Timber.
What's funny for Bait is, and this Bristleback pick, is that they have been picking it for a really long time. Bristleback kind of popped off recently in the last few weeks, but they have been picking Bristleback even when they just formed, and they really believe in the hero. They have some combos with it, right? The Oracle and the Bristleback is pretty strong too. It could be your position 1, and then you can leave your last pick for Dandy. But it was picked into a Timbersaw. Now, is this a good Timbersaw game? That's also a question.
It's good against the cores of Bait, but the supports, the combo, the Shadow Demon, Soul Catcher plus the Oracle Burst can actually bring him down in the early stages of the game. So laning phase is gonna go well for the Timbersaw, definitely. But then we were talking about this hero comes and you need to bring more heroes so that you can actually kill him. But with these two supports, it might not be that hard to actually bring him down. So I'm curious to see if he gets a really fast hood, it's gonna be a really good game for him, which he could do. So I think it can be a mistake from Bait actually letting Navi have that. They have ways of dealing with it, but I just wouldn't want to do it.
And I guess, Bait, you're probably looking at the Dendi hero to round up, right? But you've already seen the DK, the Quap banned out, these heroes that could potentially pop off. Is there anything sitting there for Bait to round out the draft you're thinking about right now?
There's the hero that they first banned as well. That's the Dead Prophet, which could be kind of fine. They have some catch, not a lot. Something like a Puck or something similar could perhaps work. If they pick up Furion is also banned out. You're also thinking it's not that simple for them to pick a hero because it could be a Timbersaw mid as well for Navi. It could be the Void Spirit as well. It could even be Troll, right? So you have these 3 heroes that are very, very flexible when it comes to the laning stage and where they can lane.
One interesting thing to look at here actually is so far in this tournament, Bristleback and Troll Warlord are both undefeated, so one of them is going to lose that 100% win rate. Oh. Which one, with these drafts so far, do you favor more, though?
I would still favor the Troll, I think. So far, at least, Navi's draft looks very solid. I like the Timbersaw pick even into a Shadow Demon. It's still a Timbersaw versus a Centaur and versus a Bristleback, which is a pretty solid pick for them. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Look at that bad boy.
Yeah,
look at that face.
But the Oracle's Fate's Edict doesn't help you against the Timber as well. All of his spells are pure. The Fate's Edict only blocks magical, so actually he can kill these heroes even in the False Promise plus the Fate's Edict. So
Disruptor really, is their last. All right.
Disruptor.
You know what the Timber face is making me think of? It's like the Joker from Batman, the scene where he's like, hit me. I want you to hit me. Just fits it to a T. So Disrupted around this out, though.
Yeah, they were saving their last pick for a support. Not really a very standard way to draft, but it's fine. Oh, Bait goes out with a Pugna in the end.
All right.
What I really like about Bait's draft is the fact that they have many ways of shutting down this troll until that BKB. You have the Shadow Demon, you have the Oracle, you have the Pugna with the Decrepify, so there's just a million ways of stopping that troll from hitting anyone. You have some push with the Pugna. The Bristleback is a really strong core right now, even if he's playing into a Timbersaw. Man, I'm actually digging this Bates draft, but considering how the latest games of them have went, I don't know. I still go for the NaVi. What do you think?
I don't want to go for NaVi, man, because this Timber is the one that needs to actually create space for the Void Spirit to do damage and for the Troll to farm. If he just goes into this lineup, he just gets blown up by all of these heroes, and I don't feel like there's any save on NaVi, and I don't feel like they can kill anyone before the Timbersaw dies. So if he just dies, they don't have any frontliners and they just have to run away, and then Bristol comes in handy very well. Again, this Disruptor, he feels good if you're chasing them. I don't know if NaVi is going to be able to do that. If the Timber is that, that's why I have to go with Bait here.
All right. So you don't see any hope for NaVi's lineup? Is there a way they can pop off?
No, that's not what I'm saying. If the Timber has a good game where he can survive the burst, and then the Void Spirit just goes in while the Troll is farming or maybe joins the fight with an early defusal, they definitely have a chance. But Bait is just way easier. Kill the Timber. If the Troll pops his ulti, put the Bristle in front of him, ulti him. He's not gonna take a lot of damage. The Troll is not gonna heal, and it's kind of an easier way to play to me.
Yeah, I agree with him, but if Void Spirit has a good game, he jumps those backlines, deletes your supports, Troll gets a fast defusal or whatever, just runs you down. I really see NaVi being able to win this, just purely based on their latest performances.
Okay, well, that is what the panel thinks. And we've mixed up the casters. Maybe they have a little bit of a different opinion. Down in the trenches, shall we say, as it is Lyrical and Trent. I believe we have them on the line.
Hey, how's it going, cool kids?
Oh, not too bad. How are you doing over there in the cozy home in America?
I'm doing okay, you know, just waiting for this game to get started. We do have a short little lobby remake, it looks like, so we're just waiting for the all-pick shenanigans to get started again. How's it going over there in jolly old Ukraine?
Wonderful people here in the studio in general. Some of us now live here, loving the life.
Trent, are you alive?
The nods from Liz. It's just like he can't see you. He can't.
The life is great here, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like how he said some of us live here. We all live here for now.
Like, you know,
Some of us more
permanently.
Okay.
You know, I like to say. Oh, go
I
ahead.
liked your Joker illusion earlier with the Timbersaw, and then Harry Freak was carrying on with that afterwards, right? He was like, "You just got one job, to kill the Timber. It's like to kill the Bat." You know, you guys remember that movie? How great it was! It's so wonderful.
It was a good movie. They're remaking Batman, right? There's a new one planned.
Yeah.
Has been
Is that
delayed.
Ben
though.
Affleck again?
No, it's I don't. Some people think it's better. Some people think it's worse. I think it's the guy who was in Twilight.
Yeah, I think that's right. Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert
Yeah, something
Pattinson,
like
that's
that.
the one. Yeah.
What?
All right,
Excuse me?
lyrical can't take this now. He's like,
Excellent.
get me out.
No, that's not okay.
The ultimate
But you say
redemption
that.
arc, dude.
Yeah, but it's also like we said that. Remember Heath Ledger when he took the Joker role, and I was like, "This is gonna be crap," right? Like maybe it's a similar there. Before the movies, a lot of people thought it was going to be a bad combo.
All right, Mr. Hipster. I don't know about that one. That's crazy talk.
All right, well, tell me something maybe you know someone else about. What do you think about their comments on how these drafts are going to go? Do you have more hope for NaVi?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't remember what the draft was. I was trying to get in the lobby. What did they draft
Frantically
again?
clicking. It's like, yeah, this is great picks.
Well, Navi's got the Timbersaw, right? This guy's what? First phase, pick, ban. What a hero. So popular at these times. So, you know, you can't really count him out. But, yeah, he's got some rough opponents this match. There's no doubt about it. And we'll see if Bait can get carried by the Bristol. I know Bait are struggling lately. So I know they have a lot of fans because of Dendy. And there's a lot of hopes pinned on this team. They got to pick up some wins.
True
I
enough.
hope so. But is this really the draft?
I mean, the both teams actually have a lot of fans because of Dendy.
This is true. So, yeah, he like built up one, and he then went to another. It kind of reminds me of like from the commentary side, like Vlad, right? He starts off at one studio, becomes big, moves to a new one,
Makes that one all right.
then makes his own studio, makes that big.
Yeah.
Dendy's the equivalent of Vlad's the equivalent of Dendy.
Yeah. Dendy just needs to make Bait actually big. Make Bait great again.
The nature
Or
of Dota.
make it great.
Make
At
Bait
least for
great
the
again.
first time would be good.
the way to do it. I'm pretty excited to see the new NaVi, running around there. Am I missing something? You guys are giggling like schoolgirls over there. What's happening?
We're finding lizards in a timber saw.
Oh god,
It's as bad as his inner Oracle mid.
dude, that's legit. Don't hate on the Oracle, man.
I mean,
It's legit,
it's legit
thank
on
you.
some people.
Of course. Exactly.
Anything could work. Dude, No-Tail did it. Surely it's fine. We were waiting on the Chinese observers. They're almost all here. I'm just
They
updating
got
you.
there, I believe.
There's always one.
Almost all
starting.
here. How many Chinese observers are there?
Sometimes I've seen lobbies where there's like 3 different channels are just full of Chinese observers.
Oh,
Yeah, and because of the regions, right, we always have these difficulties logging, actually loading the games.
My favorite part is when you're in the lobby and it's like it won't load, and then someone's like, "Who is it?" It's like everyone starts looking at each other like it's his fault.
Not me.
How do you
I
look-
was in.
I don't want to blame anyone for this particular one, but it might not have been a region issue. It might have been a client crash due to moving the window from one monitor to the other while the game was loading, and it
It's
might
all
have been me,
Trent's fault.
but I don't want
Is that- that was way too
At the same
specific.
time, I did.
It's true. It could have happened. You never know. I'll take the blame. I was running to the bathroom while he was telling me furiously, hold the lobby, don't let him start. That's my bad. Sorry, guys.
I like
But
how you're willing to
game's getting
fall in the
started.
dagger with him. All right, well, we'll let you take it away. Good luck, boys. Enjoy the game.
All right, deuces. Man, Trent, what an interesting start to the beginning of the game and the beginning of the day.
Well,
I
it
guess
can't get any worse,
you're not wrong.
right? I nuked the first lobby pretty much. Gave the teams a second to think about their laning stage and everything, and we're all good now, though.
True enough. And I actually get to see what heroes are playing. Yeah, Troll into Oracle. Folks were talking about that a lot. I think that both Lizard and Harry Freak had pretty good points about it, where they were saying, all right, well, yeah, you're not life stealing if the Oracle ulties, well, the Troll's ulting, but then the flip side of that is you don't want to give them Troll Oracle, but then they get Oracle Bristleback, and that to me feels almost scarier. I don't know. What do you think?
Bristle is he's like, as long as you have enough control and everything, I feel pretty good about this hero. But sometimes you get this game where he just gets walked around on. So I don't know. I'm like a little concerned about this game. It seems like there's a lot of pressure on Ghostic to try and like run these team fights for the side of bait. And then you look over on the side of Na'Vi, and they do have some annoying maneuverable heroes like the Void Spirit and the Timbersaw too to like cut into that backline and target heroes like the Oracle and the Shadow Demon. Like when you have double save lineups like this, which have become a little bit more popular, I would say, you tend to see these big dives, right? Trying to target them as fast as you can in the back line. So I actually kind of like Na'Vi here.
Okay. That's interesting. I think that's a cool idea of like being able to find those heroes, and they've got a couple, particularly like you mentioned, the Void Spirit, the Timbersaw, they do it. It is kind of, in a way, like 2.5 saves almost now with this Pugna, too. I feel like this life drain change where everybody's just like helping out your teammates, giving a helping hand when they're in trouble. I saw Boomy doing it in SEA, and he was playing position for Pugna. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of for Pugna in C. The way they use it too, where like they pick this like Storm Spirit or Slark or something, and immediately after a team fight, the Pugna just ults him so that he's like back up to full resources, and then he just goes and hunts again. Just
Right.
like trying to keep your cores active on the map as much as possible, which is very helpful in the current patch because it all seems about like nuking waves as fast as you can and then moving into their jungle to score kills, right? And makes sense that if you have a hero that could just like top up these super mobile cores, that you're gonna have a better time.
Totally. Yeah, you just make sure that they're staying topped off on mana, HP, and then, build some Tranquil Boots on that hero, and you're fine and dandy. So we'll see how this goes as up top lane, Shadow Demon and Centaur facing off against Disruptor, Troll. Already getting kind of slowed down here and going to lose
Yeah.
a lot of HP.
They're trying to pressure the SD as much as possible right now, right? Because they know the Centaur only has Retaliate, and eventually you're going to have Disruption into Stomp and then all these other combos and stuff. At level 1, the Shadow Demon can just like spam Poison, and as Disruptor, you have one of the better level 1 nukes in the Thunderstrike. So just try and get as much value onto that SD as you can right now.
Absolutely. Pressure him when possible, and you can see, head back to the other side of the lane there. Actually, Ghost Stick now also taking a lot of right-click damage and the Thunderstrike. God.
He's it looks pointless, but he's full stacks, so you're just like, all right, just keep hitting him. Like we're finally getting damage that he's not benefiting from.
And then you can get in there and punch away afterwards. I mean, I'm still anticipating that this is going to be a dangerous lane for NaVi once you get level 2 on that Shadow Demon. As he's
bottom. Excalibur.
Chance.
Getting real low with the zip in.
Oh! And then Pasha able to clean it up afterwards. Man, we've been seeing more and more of this. The 1-1-0 build to start as Pasha gets very low there, but salves up afterwards, and well, he's just able to walk away as well.
Yeah, it seems like Timbers are just because they have a support, right? That's what changes it, is that it gives you opportunities to actually make use of your 2 damage abilities. You're not just like hiding the entire time and trying to stack up the reactive armor as fast as possible. And then you know that once they hit level 3, you're not just dead mid lane as well.
Mid lane. Dendy getting right-clicked here. He does not have enough mana. He has another Aether Remnant actually in 8 seconds, and he's just going on a walk. Where you going, man?
Is anyone going to rotate for this?
Apparently not.
Unless someone else comes. I don't think.
Crystallize might be dead. That's why up top as well. 4 stacks right now. A 5th one comes out, and they get the kill as Excalibur also takes down Slayer bottom. All right, we got some CIS Dota here.
How did it looks like Slayer just got ran down by the Oracle and the Bristle, then off to the side. Must have been trying to mess with the creep poles or something.
Something to watch indeed. Not getting overextended in either of these lanes. Feels like the supports are very capable of dying. And I guess also, as we saw, the Bristleback, if he gets a little bit too far forward.
Up top?
More right clicks. All right, he goes down also. 4 kills, 3 minutes.
They tried to pressure Ilias because Crystallize was in the fountain, but then he just like TV'd back in and he got penned in. I don't know if he wasn't expecting the kinetic field or what, but taken down much faster than I think he anticipated. Now there's a big wave coming to the tower that he will still be back for though. Just has to make sure he doesn't get glimpsed. He has the point saved. Ilias is going for it, but Ghostlink's gonna be safe.
Oh, oh my god, that would have been so bad. I mean, that's almost as bad as dying again, right?
Yes.
Like, that's terrible. But heads up play there by Ghoststick to make sure that he doesn't get sent back to the fountain. Dendy mid lane against Magical. You can see it's running relatively even so far. A little bit more denies for Dendy, just based off of using that really nice decrep. Goes on in, gets the last hit. Might even be able to get this deny as well. Nope. But solves up afterwards. And this feels like it's relatively even mid.
Yeah, Pugna's just so annoying. He's going to be an annoying little green hero for a bit, I think. The last round of nerfs weren't really anything too crazy. Just kind of hurt support Pugna a little bit, but I think it's still fine because it's so based on the ulti. Good play here by the SD to help out on the rotation.
Man, you'd be able to get some good amount of damage in here. Right clicks coming through. That's 3 seconds. The full block off, actually, on the cliff. That was really nifty and almost able to get that kill. But Magical just TPing back to the tier 1, and he's fine.
Yeah, made him waste his TP, though. So now if Denny can score a kill... Unfortunately, he's not quite close up to level 6, but he does have an XP edge on him that he's going to have a good opportunity at level 6 to go for the kill.
Okay. Be good to watch for that one, definitely. Maybe he can make some play with a Aether Remnant or something. Ilias actually is going to have 5 stacks here, and this might be enough to get the kill afterwards. The hoof stomp comes through. Another couple of punches. Ilias living, but not long enough as, well, they get a return kill, actually. Crystallize is just punching Ghost Stick that whole time, and so he ends up going down.
LeBron will get the bounty down bottom. Zoom them back, and they do have the Soul Ring done at the same time, Timber and the Bristles. So not a whole lot going on down here since that those earlier kills on the Rubik as well as the Bristle. I'm sure things are just like supports trying to dodge away from all this AoE damage.
LeBron looks like he's just been kind of chain pulling continuously here, trying to get levels whenever possible, and he can play behind his Bristleback later on. There was a rotation. Ilias heading over towards mid, laying down a Sentry Ward as Dendy is almost level 6 now. Gets it at this moment. And, well, he's not going to be able to get a kill on a Magical right away, but he is at least going to be really annoying. And just keep on life draining him if he wants.
Yeah, probably going to be hoping for the rune. They have a ward up top, though.
Excalibur goes down again. So Pasha and Slayer able to find that kill, and 3 points in chain for Timbersaw. That's a interesting build.
Oh, and the rune ends up going top. It's just an Ilu, though, so not going to matter too much, and Magical's going to lose half his HP for trying to contest Dendy there with the Aether Taunt. But yeah, that's a rough death, for sure. I guess because the Bristle can't really secure any kills, right? Like, the Timber, I mean, it's all physical damage first off.
Magical? Oh my god. He almost died again, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Jesus.
But yeah, there's no like real threat on this Timber, so he can play as aggressive as he wants, and then he can just leave. So I think that's why his build's working out here. And then the level 6 should be pretty much a free kill on the Timber Saw, or on the Bristle rather, as long as LeBron's not like right there. Even if he is, I don't know if he'll have enough damage to turn it.
That's a scary moment right there. I mean, I guess that it's sort of weird because it feels like in a couple of these different lanes, there's kill opportunities almost for both teams. It's just about where they go. And you see, as soon as Magical comes back into this lane, Dendi is right there sucking him away. And I mean, he does have a bottle at the very least, but he has kind of been hurting a little bit now.
Yeah, they brought the Disruptor to assist in case there's a dive, but they're not exactly getting a lot of value out of this rotation. They're going to straight up smoke. It is pinged by Centaur, so it looks like he was paying attention to that.
As LeBron likely to die up top, Dendi makes the rotation, trying to find the kill onto Rubik, and Slayer is going to fall, but Pasha looks like he gets away. Meanwhile, over to the other side of the map, Magical and Ilias get together to kill off the Shadow Demon. So
yeah, King Ire is stacking camps, it looks like, and get caught. Or I guess maybe he's starting to work on the stacks he's already done, because that camp's empty. Oh yeah, he was spamming his mana. He's got 2 more clarities coming too. He wants some gold.
He's ready. It's pretty awesome. If they can take that away, that would be really nice. But you see Ghostic already moving over. He's going to try and stack this again here. This hard camp.
Excalibur's stacking Ancients as well. Just gets it in time too. That pesky Thunderhide almost messed it up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stacks. Dire taking some in their own jungle as well, getting ready for I guess potentially the Timber Saw to go and take them, but it looks like these Ancients will be taken uncontested.
Dude, these Prowler Acolytes are so annoying though with the HP regen buff.
Oh yeah.
Just takes a little bit longer because of them, but obviously you can eventually outstack it. Stampede's
Top lane. Ghostic is going to drop. So with the DD rune, Magical, Slayer, and Chris, I mean, everybody up here for NaVi pretty much push down and get some extra damage onto this tier 1 tower. Oracle down bottom is just getting ran down by Pasha. It feels like everywhere we're looking, there's just massive amounts of kills coming in. Is actually going to go for the salve. And, well, Pasha shows up right at the end as Bristleback is...
I gotta get out of here, dude.
That was spooky. He gets away.
Oh, LeBron's gonna get that stack off in time too? Yo, what a support player. Almost dies to getting stacks for his carry. So the trade for all that pressure top, they didn't get the tower, and Dendi got a lot of damage made, but he didn't get the tower either, and now Dendi in trouble.
They're running in. The Oracle moves into position, makes sure that Dendi doesn't go down, and it's a little bit of pressure back onto Magical.
So now they have a choice, right? They're going to TP Excalibur mid. To me, this says we're just going to like brute force mid or something. Oh no, he's filling the bottle. That makes way more sense, because if you try and brute force mid, it's going to be rather annoying, but you also don't want to fight this Timber, I don't think. I don't think you can fight him, unless Dendi gets a good angle on him, but they're going to see a ward there, so.
They will be able to, it looks like, take out this outpost, so at least getting towards having 1 outpost at the 10-minute mark. It is a little bit interesting, though, because this Pasha has gone for a little bit more of like the battle-oriented build. It's taken him longer to get his reactive armor stacks up, and he hasn't actually been able to finish off the tier 1 tower yet. Normally, you can just like clear through that one, but
yeah, they're trying to bait him now, though. Like the way that Crystallize has just been like hiding here in the fog, farming this camp. They were hoping that they were going to try and wrap around play out of Pasha, and then they have Ilias and Crystallize just sitting right here waiting for it. But now it's become clear that that rotation's not coming, so Crystallize will just move on to the tower with the wave.
Okay. So they'll take that one. No clear, obvious take of another tower around the rest of the map as Dendi gets his life drain broken by Magical. They're going to head out. I mean, this feels so far like NaVi is getting what they want.
Yeah, I feel better on their side right now. Because it kind of feels like let's say you get this mid tower, does it even change that much right now? Like, I don't know if this is the kind of team that can even take advantage of that aggression. Of course it's good, it's going to give gold into your team and stuff, and you can start forcing the side lanes, but it's not one of these lineups where, like, you know, if you're a Void Spear and you take the mid tower or something, and when you're playing Radiant, it feels like you can just, like, go into either side of the jungle so freely. Oh, down bottom, glimpse back into the Static Storm. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, though. You're going to have to cut through.
Crystallize needing a little bit more. What do you think about... Oh, wait, hold on. Up top, I thought they're going to go on a Pasha, but they don't. What do you think about the Shadow Blade that's queued up for Crystallize here? He's already about the Claymore.
He's committing for the Silver Edge gameplay, it would seem.
Yeah.
They don't really have another great way to deal with the Bristle in this game. I mean, you have the pure damage and the Timber and stuff, but there's no, like, obviously a big break or something. And they also don't have a crazy amount of nuke damage without good steals from Slayer either. It's kind of this, like, slower damage over time, because Magical is not going to be anywhere near the Bristle. He's just going to be dealing with anyone else on the Radiant team.
Right. Yeah, it's really sort of a fool's errand to try and take him down with just magic damage, and he might be face his backside or whatever. Yeah, he's going to be a while, though, before Crystallize is able to get that Silver Edge online, it feels like. But I guess you can't really fight without it, like you're saying.
It's still,
up for bait.
It fits the other idea, too, of like targeting the save heroes, though, right? Like, it forces out this detection, and they're going to be poor. They won't have Glimmer Capes as early.
Now, in the river, they run into Pasha, but he is just going to back away after the Soul Catcher comes out. Kind of just run around trying to chase Navi, but not really finding anything to stick their teeth into.
If Bait can get control of these side lanes now, though, this would be good, actually, because now that they're like forcing this pressure into the mid lane, at least it gives them vision and knowledge as to someone that's going to have to deal with this, because obviously they're not going to be able to just like let their tier 2 take hits. As Ghostek, man, he's been up here for so long, just kind of alone. Finally, he's going to run into an enemy hero, but the glimpse might secure his fate.
Oh, TP out.
Quite so close.
But imagine if he got out. Imagine how cool that would be.
If only there weren't 4 heroes. I mean, he didn't know. Can't blame him.
Well, and it gives some more time down here to try and get some pressure onto the tier 1 tower. I mean, do you think that Navi is sort of playing this the right way of just avoiding fights when possible and just finding pickoffs if they come to him?
Yeah, I don't see a ton of pressure on them, really. I mean, Magical, I definitely agree, should be like moving around with every static storm. So I like this. They're 2 of them are just smoking up. Magical needs a neutral item, though. Help this man. Disruptor, you got 2. Oh, there we go. He's got the Ocean Heart now.
Nice.
All right, where's my save hero? There's an Oracle back here. Do they have vision? They don't know exactly what's up.
Oh, well, now they see Dendi. They run into LeBron. He's going to get found right at the start. Can they get these kills? Remnant going to be off the mark, but they do get the glimpse pull back onto Dendi. Ilias just drops down the ulti right on top of himself, and this does not appear to be working for Navi. Y'all need to get the hell out of here as they turn back with the Timber Saw, trying to take down Dendi and Excalibur. Not happening.
The Pasha went in.
Disruptor. Oh.
Somehow Slayer got down here. What happened?
No, it all fell apart. Oh, poor Navi.
The first couple misses on the initiation near the Oracle definitely secured that wasn't going to go that well for them. The Oracle's just like kind of fast. He had 360 move speed at the time when he got dove by the Void Spirit, and he missed the pull, and he just kind of walked away. Magical just kind of hobbled around behind him like, now what do I do? And they didn't try and like go on a single target or anything. They tried to kind of hit both saves at the same time, it looked like.
Well, and it sort of speaks to why we see a lot of Void Spirits go like Eul Scepter for a setup. Like, particularly with Stampede in this game, it feels like Magical's going to have a hard time staying on targets.
Yeah, but the silence is going to be really good this game. I can get why he's rushing it, because again, it's double save, and neither of these guys are going to have a great way to like itemize towards that or stay themselves. The best hope is that the old classic Oracle self. I've seen LeBron do it a lot, where he like self-channel in anticipation of getting silenced, so it gets canceled and he purges himself. But we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
The big brain plays.
The biggest, only the biggest. Speaking of big brain praise, Pasha, he's got the Ironwood tree. So seen a couple of those like dropping the tree down in front of him and then timber chaining onto it.
King Iron just got blown up.
Bye, my buddy. Been a lot of that, just like random deaths around the map. It feels like in this game. Feels very strange.
Yeah, it's just like nothing you could do versus this Void Spirit, this one of these supports. And he's trying to like push out this lane so they can keep all this silent control while they're like forcing out the mid. So it's actually an okay death as long as they keep this pressure up mid. But they're gonna glyph to try and get rid of this catapult, but they're gonna counter glyph. They save their catapult. They're really committing to this one.
Dude, I love that decrep too. And they can just sit behind it. Pressure, pull the creep wave over, but that's a tier 2 dead. Nice play there by Bait.
Yeah, and remember, that was because they saved that tier 1 up top that one time earlier when they brought like 4 or 5 heroes up there and they were able to push them off. And that delayed them now on this push. They were able to secure a tier 2 mid instead.
That's really nice. And most of the towers now being taken.
Oh, no. Not again. Not King Iron. See, Magical wants this.
He almost caught him there. I mean, he should see. I mean, see, run into this guy in a dark alleyway. Oh, poor King R. Is he going to be able to get out afterwards? Magical. Well, actually, they turn it back around. He's got to walk out of here. Trying to TP out, and it does look like he's going to be able to complete that.
Very useful item this game, the old teleportation scroll. Not a whole lot to stop it.
Bottom, Posh, after taking the outpost, is just going to look at Ghost Stick and say, you can't deal with me. Just walk away. It's a lot of that, like, sort of mutual recognition that there's nothing that they can do.
Yeah, I think if I'm bait right now, I'm just going to look towards this Roche and this Halberd timing on my Bristleback, and I want, like, a tier 3. Or, like, honestly, almost a set of racks. I feel like I just want to, like, force them to fight me right now while their heroes aren't ready. You have a Shadowblade first troll. You have a Timber who just has his hood. Hasn't even finished the pipe. Like, you really need to be hyper aggressive right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice hoof stomp there. I don't think it matters, though. Pasha's living and just TP's away. And, yeah, they just can't do anything.
Now they're hunting with this forward vision that they left behind last time. Gets them a free kill. Disruptor all about the vision and the D ward. Nicely played by Ilias.
He seems to be having a pretty good game so far for himself, definitely. At least whenever they can find those pickoffs, it slows down a little bit that timing. Because, like you're mentioning, you know, Bait maybe wanting to play aggressive or whatever. Regardless, it's DD Dendy. Doesn't feel like either team really has great hopes at a Roche right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. It would not be very fast. You would need so much time to stack goo on it.
Oh. Is that life drain stolen? Oh, that's nice for Slayer. I like that one a lot.
Oh yeah, what level is his arcane? Oh, it's only level 1 right now.
Well, back towards the mid. They just keep up the never-ending story of draining Pasha, and then he walks away from him.
Yeah, he's just killing every creep wave. So they've had 4 heroes here for like 3 minutes, and they still haven't even gotten this tower. And Ghost's been like alone here. But they just keep cutting these mid waves so they can't even push. It's like, this is not your jungle, guys.
Yeah. And they're down on the other side of the map. Dude, Pasha, he just moves in. There's literally everybody. Literally everybody. And they can't stop him. I mean, Pasha's going to walk away slowly, but they can't kill him. He just TP'd into the whole team. The hell is this hero? Freaking Timbersaw.
All right, now we can say the hero. We can also say stuns. You know,
that's fair.
Control elements are pretty good. Silences.
Yeah. Well, but even if they did that, like, I mean, Bristleback is their right clicker, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
usually
and they're
like,
physical spell spam, essentially. They do not have great tools. You are not wrong. It's a good game to be Pasha.
He's having a really nice time. Well, in the meantime, NaVi just continue to stand up on this high ground here. Ooh, Shadowblade opening. All right, Dendy.
Later, Dendy. Just ultimately, give it to him.
Wait, what?
Oh, he thought there were 5.
Oh, okay, that
He's
makes sense.
Kind of right. There's some coming from the side.
Well, that's unfortunate for them. Crystallize. No, they got him. Oh my God, NaVi. Oh, that's really bad. Oh man, they're gonna lose the Disruptor, and then afterwards they're gonna lose the Troll. Crystallize drops. Shadowblade will not save you this time.
Someone got cold feet there.
Dude, I don't know what happened.
They just thought there were way more heroes, I guess. I'm not sure, because they had pretty good vision as well. But the Bristle wasn't even there for that fight, and if I'm not mistaken, they had 4 heroes. I feel like their 4 were stronger than the other 4, especially with the instant jump onto Dendy. Yeah. But they are going to indeed go for this Roche. And that Halberd, this is that timing that we're looking for.
It's going to be very difficult to deal with. I'm trying to figure out how many stuns are actually in this game. You got Hoof Stomp, you got Rubik Lift, and then, like, you know, Shadow Demon Disruption. And that's pretty much it.
We got like weird ones. We got like the Aether Remnant, right?
Yeah.
And Glimpse. We have like the pseudo stuns, kind of.
The first person to buy an Abyssal Blade just wins. Calling it.
Oh, Danny's getting the Aegis. Nice.
All right. 21 minutes in, 8-10. And down bottom. Oh, Shadow Demon trying to do some big brain plays. Look at this. Yeah.
Doop doop doo.
I'm just a shadow demon. Oh, don't jump on me. Magical.
Aha!
Got him. Tip him. Tip him. They're not gonna.
He's already gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
You gotta take the big wins when you can. But yeah, Aegis now on Dendi. I mean, what do you think
what
they're
he
looking
bought.
to do with this?
I don't know what he does with this 2,500 gold. I'm just like looking at this here. I'm trying to figure out like what does Dendi need? Because he needs to find that one magical item that like makes this game good for his team. Because he's not gonna get a whole lot more like decisive item purchases. I don't think. I think this game is the sand slipping through their fingers as I watch the lanes just going in favor of NaVi on the side, even though they just lost that team fight. I don't know if it's like an Atos or what, but I feel like there's some weird item that he needs.
Yeah, I don't know how this keeps on happening, but like Dendi just sort of waddles into a hero, and then that hero dies, and
That's part
and the rest. But like the rest of the team was like all around him. There's only 2 heroes there at that point, right? I guess they could have stampeded and fought more, but it feels like NaVi just have no interest in fighting at all, or even trying to. I mean, I guess with the Aegis it makes sense, but it's interesting. Well, Trent, I don't know. Crystallize ran out again, but he has Shadow Blade, walks away. Slayer looks like he's out of there too, unless they're able to catch him. Lift, pull back, Dendi chasing, able to get him in sight. The slowdown comes by virtue of that Shadow Demon, and eventually Slayer perishes.
There are a lot of slows though. I mean, we're talking about stuff. That Rubik was just crawling at the end. Now the root now. Tasha continues his spree of walking away. Does Dendi just go straight ag? He needs something that helps the high ground siege. I don't think like the Atos would be nice like out on the map, but it's not now. I guess the Agnums is probably the best item for just like straight up trying to take buildings, like just trying to keep his Bristleback alive and like way ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of interesting though because he has the Aegis.
He needs a Lotus actually. He needs like a Dispel. Lotus would be pretty hype, I think, because like they know this Agnums is out on the Void Spirit, right?
Yeah, just completed that last second. But it looks like Bait gonna try and just take down the tower now, force out the glyph. And finally, the lanes are in the somewhat okay space. Bottom is still pushing in kind of hard against B8, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop them from going in right now. As Ghost Stick.
I think they need a Rax here.
Oh, Hoof Stomp. Slow down. Stolen Hoof Stomp. Dendi just going to keep up the aggression. The backlines, though. They find the Oracle heal back up at the last second by Dendi. They get the heal onto him with that life drain. Muted on the other side, though, so the secondary save is going to be killed off. King R buys back. Pushka trying to go on to Excalibur now. A swirl of abilities. LeBron lives through it. And with Shadow Demon buying back and now walking in, the Hoof Stomp comes out from Ghost Stick. Does have the Lotus that's on him, keeping him alive and fine. Pasha now turning again, trying to do what damage they can, but Dendi's going to be pulled back in a little bit closer. Hoof Stomp used by Slayer. The continued pressure comes out. Pasha zipping through everybody. That's Aegis down. Round 2, Ghost Stick goes in for another Hoof Stomp. Can they control him? They get the silence onto King R. It'd be a good kill if he could get brought down with the dieback.
On this creep wave.
Okay, imprisonment, keeping him alive for the moment. The disruption's out there. The jump in from Magical to kill off LeBron. That's a secondary save. Another big jump in from Ghost Stick. Continued aggression. Crystallize finally forced off his ulti, but the disarm is there. And it looks like he's going to be able to be brought down. So finally, B8 take down the troll, and now NaVi just going to retreat away. Try and back out. Pasha throws his own Lotus out. Ghost Stick is there afterwards for the Hoof Stomp, and they might have finally been able to have enough damage to bring down. Well, nope, never mind. Never mind. Pasha's getting away. What the hell?
Oh, someone get this creep wave. Slayer's killing it. Save it. You need this.
Dude, he's just going to force staff away, maybe. I think he's still going to get run down here. Oh, nope, TP out. Don't have an answer for that one.
One item. Magical's now looking at the back line, trying to delay this even more. This Agnes is so good this game. The way he started that fight was almost perfect, getting the double silence, but big save from Dendi to keep things going. And so far, I think, is it only the buyback that happened from the Shadow Demon?
I think so. I think that was it. No other buybacks were used, I don't believe.
I do think, though, not getting a Rax this Aegis is very, very bad for Bait. I feel like that might be game ending. Like, I really think this game is in trouble for them.
What are you worried about? What's the big worry of NaVi coming online?
I just feel like all their heroes are going to start doing more things, and Bait's heroes are just like peaking right now.
Mm.
You know, they don't get a whole lot better from here. The Excalibur Abyssal will be kind of cool. Maybe that'll do something.
Okay. We'll have to watch and wait and see. Ghostic trying to go with the host on. I mean, it feels as if they sort of have a similar thought, even though they don't have the Aegis. They're still trying to play aggressive on this side of the map as Ghostic runs into Magical. Aether Remnant pulls him back in. He does have Stampede available, as well as another Blink Dagger, as they're trying to play around their wards right now. NaVi and Bait retreating together, but Ghostic gets separated from the herd. Still hanging on to that Hoof Stomp and Blink Dagger. They're backing away, and it does not look like NaVi are going to be able to punish anymore, but they get away with only losing that tier 3 tower.
How about we smoke them and run back at him again, though?
Are you kidding me? Dude, what are they doing?
They're ready to go. So, like, they just ran at us. Let's run at them. Yo, Denny, I need you to spend some gold, dude. Like, please, you're killing me. Half of your hero is unspent. That's so hard to watch. Like, what could Dagon? All right, cool. That's
Anything.
fine. Just please.
He's got it. All right. So they're gonna pressure this tower again. Try and get some racks. They're gonna catch them a little bit flat-footed here, actually, as everybody's gonna need to come back to help defend against this if they want to keep their racks alive. Troll Warlord does have a TP as well, but he's starting to run back as Magical already retreating. The wraparound is coming, and after getting the range racks, it looks like Bait are going to stop the pressure. Dude, they got to be so careful here. You could just get ripped apart if you're not careful on Bait. Well, Magical on the other side, Crystallized there. They find him right at the start. Excalibur onto him. Some good control. Pops to the BKB, and now the turn onto these safe heroes yet again, trying to take down King R as well as LeBron. Crystallized now beating into Dendy. He doesn't have an answer for that. He dagons him to no avail as they try and chase. Oh no, and now running forward. They've got Excalibur on their sights. This is still a really hard kill for them. And it looks like NaVi not going to attempt to go for it. So we do have a short pause, it looks like.
Yeah, so Dendy got brought down, if I'm not mistaken, by the glimpse, bringing him back, and then getting him set up in the kinetic field, just like the free kill for Crystallize. They do have another glimpse, I think, in like just a second. What's their vision looking like? No, I don't think they can catch anyone.
Mm-mm.
If Pasha Timber Chains underneath the tier 1, they could probably glimpse someone back.
Okay. We'll see if they decide to go for that.
He definitely won't die. I'm pretty sure if he does that. They could probably grab someone.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels very strange. Like you were saying that, like this turnaround that feels like it can eventually happen. There's something about that Bristleback when he's played in the position 1. If he doesn't continue his snowball and stay ahead of other cores, where just he kind of has that drop off feeling. And with already having the Shadow Blade done, BKB done for Troll, he's getting towards the Silver Edge. Could be trouble in the making.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a Naga when she doesn't have any lockdown. It can just be really hard to actually utilize your hero in these team fights.
Mm-hmm.
But NaVi, you're just going to back away. Not going to go for any crazy plays. Pasha just the normal waddling himself.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Magical feels pretty safe. I mean, rightfully so, considering the lack of control we've seen in this game.
So I think this is, like you're saying, going to be an interesting point to watch the next couple of minutes. If this is the inflection point where that graph starts to turn around the other direction and swing more into the favor of NaVi, you can see already on the win probability, we're getting back towards like the 60-40 territory. But repair kits picked up also for NaVi if things get really dicey.
I think Bait are very lucky that they got that range Rex and that pressure onto the mid lane. Like, not so much lucky. It was an extremely good play. The fact that they smoked, because I wouldn't have expected that if I was NaVi. I understand that they fanned out to farm a little bit, thinking there'd be some reprieve. So it was a good play from Bait. They went unpunished. It was definitely risky because they probably could have went very poorly depending on what hill they walked up with that smoke. But at least they'll have some extra pressure going towards the mid lane in their favor thanks to that range Rex.
Yeah, it sort of is like the idea of, if they were just, if all of NaVi was up there, they probably can't make that play. But they took a gamble that they weren't all going to be up there. Yeah.
They'll grab the outpost just before the 30-minute mark here.
Nice. All right. So nice little bits of XP going their direction. And again, Bait gonna take down the tier 1 tower top.
Oh, this is actually... I'm not usually a big fan of getting Fairy Fires. I feel like that they're not that helpful sometimes when you play, but this is a good game for Fairy Fire because like the way that Bait want to play, Fairy Fire is pretty good. But we actually get on both sides anyway. But just this idea of like we're trying to win the game like kind of now, you know?
Yeah.
I'm okay just spamming these Fairy Fires down.
Yeah, it's a good way to play it, definitely. And he's gonna need it to get through the not burst, but big damage that's gonna be coming out with the Silver Edge now completed on Crystallize.
Damn. LeBron got the telescope too. Telescope and Glimmer on his Oracle, and he's quite a ways away from the 150 cast range though.
It's gonna be a cool minute for that one. Well, another slow lull here in the action before we get into crazy territory again. Troll is going to be going back for the Nullifier afterwards, which I think is pretty nice against the Pugna for sure.
Yeah, he's getting a couple moments where he's like ulting and then the decrep just comes out, so he's going to preempt it now.
I guess also against the Oracle too, it's going to take off the heals, which is pretty cool.
And now they have the Titan Sliver, I think, coming out to the Bristle as well.
Okay. Well, Bait gonna attempt to try and take this Roche. Do you anticipate Navi being able to fight this if they knew about it?
If they just throw in like Chakram and stuff, yeah. I don't really think that there's much they can do, but I don't think they know this is happening.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. Well, scan comes out, now they know. And Pasha gonna get that hoof stomp right at the start. Got the Pugna ward down.
We got Dagon 3 and Soul Catcher. That's the answer. That's...
All right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gotta be careful about that Lotus Orb, though. Can go bad real quick. We're seeing the frustration of Pasha playing underneath this Nether ward, though. It's kind of annoying to have to play against the Timber.
Yeah, he is holding like Arcanes and Soul Ring, though, and even that Lotus Orb he just said. Like, he's got a lot of stuff to help out in terms of his mana.
Oh. Stampede initiation. They find the Rubik right at the start, blow him up with the Dagon. Now magical. He's got two big tanky guys right in front of him to see if he can find that backline. Huge silence onto all three, and Magical chasing him down, but the save comes out at the last second there. They're trying to take down the rest of these heroes over on the left side of the fight. The jump in comes as the Abyssal Blade is out onto the Troll, but Crystallize still living through this one. Magical chasing, trying to find Dendi, not quite able to get the angle onto him. Now, as the continued rundown happens, they're going to get the glimpse pullback onto Dendi, fully encapsulated in heroes, but another save and a great hoof stomp. The BKB comes out. They take down Dendi. They're going to try and take down Ghost Stick and Excalibur, the last one standing nearby. Can they bring down the big tanky Bristleback? I mean, it's still looking like it's tough. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but huge win regardless for Na'Vi.
Let him go. Tell your people what happened here. Don't come back across my river.
I mean, they're gonna get the Shadow Demon at least, so he goes down as well. And Excalibur's like, what happened? Everybody died.
It's something so satisfying when your whole team just agrees to ignore that one hero that's causing the problems, and you're just like, just kill everyone else, please. He can't do anything. Like, you finally convinced them that he's useless, and then it's proved that, yeah, he's completely useless. That's kind of that situation there. I mean, again, he is the Abyssal, so he can like kind of get that one target, but he's not the burstiest of heroes.
No.
We have all this mobility going through on the side of Na'Vi and the lack of stuns.
Yeah, that does feel like a nice answer, is just being able to like leave him alone, particularly like with no Radiance, no real right click yet. I mean, I there are points where like when you get the Warpath damage per stack, that starts to be like a more dangerous hero, and you have to actually start to deal with him. But particularly at this point, it's like you can't kill him, but if you don't attack him, he's also not the scariest.
He can hit buildings. That part's pretty cool about him.
Hey,
but they can't really get near any of them anymore. I believe that part of your life is over. You need to hope that Na'Vi overextend and you blow someone up with Dagon or something.
Yeah. Maybe just all buy Dagons. That's the real answer. Well, 35 minutes in, and it's a 4,000 gold lead.
I feel like if I go back through like 90% of Bates games, they have the win percent advantage at 25 minutes.
Really?
Yes. Like almost always. Or like 20 minutes. Like every time I watch, it's like looking good, and I'm like, oh, okay, nice. I see it. But then it's some sort of direction issue. I saw a Reddit thread saying the same thing. And you know what? For once, I was like, yeah, I mean, kind of been saying the same thing, and I hate to say it, but everyone's kind of reading the same thing, and then that makes you wonder, as the team, it's just like, well, if everyone else can see it, what the hell are we doing wrong? Like, is it our calls? Is it our draft? I mean, I would say this is a pretty hard to execute draft if I had to pick one thing. I would say that this is hard to make work in that very specific window.
Totally.
I don't know how much better calls can make it.
Well, and I think also, like, nowadays people are still trying to figure out, all right, how tanky are all of these heroes? How much has the attribute changes changed things? Like, maybe previously you felt like, okay, we could have taken these buildings that much quicker with, like, I don't know, Spelllamp on Pugner or something. I mean, that's a crazy example, but it's that type of thing where, like, still needing to adjust to what's going on in the actual patch. And previously it was, all right, 25 minutes, you're winning, things are looking great. Now you're winning at 25, you're losing a tier 3 at 35, and they've got Aegis, and they jump onto that Oracle right at the start. You just can't be there. Hoof Stomp comes out, they do explode the Void Spirit.
All right.
It was all a bait.
Give him the name.
All right. Well, that's something. But they did buy that.
Emotional victory. Not sure how much of a difference it can make. Maybe you can get something off of it.
Did you see that? Pushka just like TP'd right in front of Excalibur.
I did. Look at the Power Rangers coming in bottom though to protect Dendi. What happens when you start a team?
Stampede. And they find one kill, get the second. Ah, Rubik, he's done. Okay, so they're taking some gains.
This is what they need. Everyone blame Crystallize. All I see is him starting kind of these engagements and then running away invisible. You know, we've all played with that guy, that carry player that buys Shadow Blade. Oh, it's good. It's free. It's free kill. Oh no, I'm out. TP. Everybody run. Yeah.
Why are you there?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my team's feeding.
All right, so Bait getting a little bit of a sign of life here. They don't really have lanes in a good position except for mid to try and pressure, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get anything out of this since there's still that Aegis on the troll.
They did stabilize though. I mean, they can't really take a full fight, and they can't necessarily march up because of the way the lanes are. But as you point out, like the lanes were all pretty bad. It was like here. So now they've started to get things moving on top and bottom as well. So now maybe try and go for like a smoke play. See if you can get a blink start on someone with Ghost Stick.
That could be nice. He's going for the Agnums next as well. I think that if you're looking like BKB coming out on Dendi soon after finishing up to Dagon 3. They're smoked up right now on NaVi trying to find anybody. Doesn't look like they're going to get them yet, but Bait, recognizing that this could be happening, they're going to retreat. They might have even spotted him on this deep ward that was placed over on the other side of the map. Yeah, they're heading out.
Just hoping for a free nullifier kill.
Yeah, that's a nice answer. I guess the disruption is probably the best play against the nullifier. That can't be dispelled, right? Yeah, that can't be.
That or just like straight up purging the troll too. Just like trying to hold him back.
That's a good point. All right, 5,000 gold lead for Navi. Ghost Stick thinking about going. Crystallized spots a couple of them, I think.
They needed like another start on the Slayer again. That was such a good way to start the last chain of events by just like blowing up this Rubik. Because that was right after he bought the Blink Dagger. And Slayer was trying to play the backline, but they got caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking for that that one big steal. Probably, I mean, Dendi's ult is still really good to steal. Any of the save abilities is also fine. I loved it when he got the Hoof Stomp too. I think he'd like to get that once again.
Yeah, it's so nice. Really good disable a cast point, obviously. Ghost Stick trying to finish off creep wave here so it doesn't get in time.
We got a predicament here. We got a creep wave down bottom hitting. No one wants to go. We got a creep wave up top hitting. No one wants to go. And both teams are just figuring out like, all right, what are we doing? Are we playing chicken here?
That's unbelievable. All right, yeah. Bait give up and they're like, oh, we got to get back into defense. Oh no,
that is the worst.
Oh my god.
Oh, you doubly lost chicken. You chickened out first and you lost your tier 3.
Oh man. Well, I mean, I guess that's what happens when they're on your side of the map, right?
Yep.
Yo, but they got a bounty rune. Let it never be said that King R did not get that bounty. Oh, hi. How's it going, sir?
I thought he was out. That pesky Rubik and that blink range with the Aether Lens.
Magical jumps in onto Dendy. BKB pops immediately. So BKB apiece as Crystallize has a DD.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, he
That
saw
guy
this.
is scary.
They saw the sentry ward though, and that signals okay. We gotta get out of there. Yeah, there's a creep that was punching Crystallize, and then he realized that it could have gone south. Ooh, ninja gear.
Can be extra sneaky.
I love this. Like they see that item pop, and then they immediately go jungle, go get items, go. Ooh, are Bait gonna find it?
Ilias had the Aghanim's. Oh, man, that's
that
a
opening. Jumping in, Dagon blown up, Abyssal, magical dead. No buyback. NaVi got to get out. Over on the top side here, Ilias is going to get continued chased. They have a 4-staff forward. He doesn't have a way out of here easily. Glimmer Cape, double round actually.
Dude, stop saving your buddies. Let them go.
Run. Static Storm down. They buy back on Magical. He actually gets the buyback back up again.
Oh, okay, that
Pasha
works.
jump through, and they get the ulti down onto the troll, but I don't think it's going to matter. King R is in a world of hurt. My God, Pasha is godlike right now. He's got his Aghanim Scepter. They do
got
kill
Slayer,
off. Slayer, Dendy trying to BKB and run away. Just going to TP out afterwards, realizing it's not going to work. Ghostic also TPing out, because guess what? They don't have a way to break it. Buyback from Slayer.
All right, that buyback being there for Magical was big, or else that was a pretty dangerous attempt to try and like start turning around that fight. But he's able to come back in, and now they really want the super early Roche, and it is early. It's a 30-second Roche timer.
Well,
NaVi will start with the buildings first.
oh my God, Pasha has the Timber Chain range. Look out, everybody!
Yeah, man, he's
have a
been
camera.
flying.
He's had a really good game so far. I mean, one thing that's dangerous is nobody on NaVi has buyback right now. But I don't know if it's going to matter. Definitely Roche is the safer play, but the hoof stomp there onto 2. Stolen hoof stomp by Rubik. He's ready to jump in. He gets an opening. Glimpse pulls in Ghost Stick. Stampede the runaway. They get the nullifier on, but it's a little bit late.
Ghostic just, yeah, they just want buildings, so trying to delay as much as he can. But Crystallize is able to focus them down. And now if they send this courier back over Roche, they're going to know that it's up.
I'll probably check anyways. Oh, no, never mind. See somebody coming uphill. Excalibur, hello. Smoke broken. They have no vision right now in Bait. Oh, God, Oracle just gets destroyed. Ghostic trying to save something, but it's not working quite in time. Magical. Was hit by the Demonic Purge. Now the Banishment on the 2 of them. Excalibur still living through this one. Slayer trying to run away. They're controlling that Bristleback as BKB eventually comes. You see Shadow Demon able to walk away before the Nullifier hit him. BKB from Crystallize turns now to fight on a Ghost Stick, and Pasha, with almost no mana, actually doesn't have that many angles to play in here, but they'll still kill off Ghost Stick, be able to find the pullback now onto Dendy. And with that, no buyback on the Pugna. They might have finally gone a bit too far, and the call is, let's get some more buildings.
Yeah, Bristle's just not that hero that is like endlessly scary. Like kind of a troll is, you know? Like Troll, every time another item gets delivered this hero, I just fear him more and more. And Bristle, I just feel like, okay, well, we figured out that one answer. Now we're good. Like, you still have to watch out for all his helpers and stuff, but for the most part, this game was just all about that first Aegis timing and push. And Bait were closer than I anticipated. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But it's rough now.
Oh, it's real tough. Real rough. Pasha still living. Main thing that's holding him back is right now his Bloodstone charges. Could use a few more of them, but controlling Crystallize, not able to get the kill. He is just going to walk away yet again. NaVi, 14,000 net worth up right now, and with 2 lanes of racks done, they're just going to retreat out, make sure that they're all fine and dandy, and go for round 2. That's a great item for Timber. Minotaur Horn.
All right, what about our buybacks though? Let's see. Is there a hope here? There's still no buyback on Magical, and they know that like we got timers, right? We got 3 timers to work with here, and we have explosive heroes. Like, sure, they don't have that many stuns, but they have enough damage now at this point, like with the Dagon and everything, that they can blow someone up in that 1 stun. So they need to try and find one of these kills on a target who doesn't have this Aegis or Cheese. Oh, it's an Agson too.
Ooh. Interesting.
I feel like that's Disruptor hasn't purchased anything.
Excalibur running in. Gotta be careful.
Team?
Muted for the moment. Controlled. Crystallized. They run in. Aegis snatched by Crystallized. They got the last hit.
Excalibur got it.
It's gonna be enough. All right. Goo everywhere. Goo them all. Get in there, Excalibur. Make it happen. He's making it into all these heroes, but I don't know if it's good enough. Slow build up. Dendy, he's back alive. BKB trying to run away. Controlling up Crystallize, actually, and that kind of worked.
He's disgusting. Snot everywhere.
I love this Ags.
Gross Agnes.
Oh my god, he's queued up a rapier. Excalibur's wild.
That's good. That's the kind of thing they need, though, because they need to get kills off of Hoof Stomp and Abyssal. That's like the only way they can play this.
You got a Minotaur Horn too, Witless Shaco for Dire. I mean, with that, it's actually kind of interesting. You talk about the lack of stuns, but the slow that comes out and like the minus armor that starts to build up with the goo is kind of difficult to deal with.
Comboed with the Stampede as well. They do have like a surprising amount of catch at this point, but they're still, again, these like ultra mobile heroes in the Void Spirit and the Timber that you just can't lock down if they don't want to. And it's all about these two lovely buildings here. Is that 5? Is that a take on 5, guys?
It is.
It's the big one.
Let's see it. All right, Bristol coming back in.
This
doesn't quite have enough gold yet for the rapier. As he did finish off the Sacred Relic. If you want to, you can turn this into a Radiance right now, but goo is being stacked up. Excalibur standing tall in front of everybody. Broken for the moment, but the BKB comes out. 3 stacks on Pasha, but they will be able to fend them off for the moment. I think that Excalibur is sending out his courier right now to go pick up the rapier. How much does that change things?
I mean, maybe they can kill the troll twice with it.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on with Magical over here. I think he's just dancing around, killing the mid-creep wave over and over.
And hit the remnant to keep track of them. They have the Sentry Ward down as well, just to make sure that they can see if anybody...
At least, thank God, at the time of non-stop online Dota, they buffed the shit out of Rapier for some reason. Because it definitely makes all these games great. If we can't have land Dota, at least we get a Rapier every second match.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Thanks, Ice Frog.
All right, so suddenly Bristleback does 1 billion damage. I'd want to see him start to just like spam out goo a little bit here. Although I guess it becomes a mana issue eventually, but keeping those over Warpath stacks rather up is pretty important.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, Broken. Jumped onto him. Turn. Rapier. Right click. Is it enough? It is. Excalibur gets the kill. Now running down here onto this troll. They didn't respect the Rapier. Looking for more. This guy right clicks. He's a monster. The chase down coming. Crystallize in trouble. A few more of them. Turns to try and fight. He does have his ultimate still if he wants to use it, but no mana for the moment. Stampede runaway. They pull back in the Bristol, but BKB comes out and he's living. Now Oracle under control. Throws out the safe onto Dendy. Gives up his own life for the cause. So NaVi attempting to take this, but the glyph is there.
So Bait just got a little bit baited there, right? Drawing out of the safety of the high ground for the buyback on the Timber.
Oh, throw out the goo. Make it happen. Chase there. Crystallize. Punch. Controlled. Going down dead. Will have his ulti when he comes back out of it. They do take down LeBron. That's the buyback. No chance for it. Can they deal with Excalibur? The glimpse pulls him back in. Round 2. He's dead. Rapier on the deck. And with that, GG is called. Easy peasy for NaVi in the end. It was a little bit tenuous, but they made it happen.
They forced it all the right moments. They had a couple like missteps, I guess, like where the couple of heroes died down bottom and Crystallize like ran away invis and everything, but they kept up the kind of aggression that it felt like Bait maybe needed a little bit more of to take the